Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
This is one.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Aggressive.
Get those rebounds, my guys.
You can
Hold up.
tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay. I mean, that's what has them in the lead after one.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Robinson. Alec Burks is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Looney in at the 5 spot. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. Number 1, the Raptors.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
To the wing right side. And Lowry gets
I
it to go.
just got finessed,
He's got the
dude.
game tied up here for Toronto.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Looney's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show forward.
Lowry against Curry. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Back to Lowry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Fans, broadcasters, love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Love to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break.
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game. So anything that takes away from teams scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score. Don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because the player holds the ball too right. Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him, from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Marc Gasol. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
Well, it's his willingness to bang down low or move opponents off the block.
Where were you guys on that?
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They need this, and the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Russell.
A quick-minded player. Russell can adapt to defenses and put the ball through the hoop.
Passes to Van Fleet.
No.
That 3 off the mark. The Warriors shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Green inside, covered by Siakam. Green passes to Carl Stein.
We are worried. Oh my God, that was.
Here's Hunt. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
No.
Really left alone. That's it. 9 points for Marc Gasol.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Deep two from Russell. Siakam pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Good on the three-point shot. Howell's got the lead up to 9 now for Toronto.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to get.
Russell from long range. Again, Russell missing. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
What?
Chance to see the NBA leaders in steals. And you look at Van Vliet. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Powell. A 3. That one misses. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Here's Thompson. Gasol trying to free himself up. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. Wande Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. And McCaw is subbed in for Norman Powell. The Warriors also with a sub. Looney's checked in. The pass to Hollis-Jefferson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Al Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Brooklyn.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance.
That was such a good.
Of a foot.
And it's the Raptors ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Van Vliet with the bucket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Toronto leading by 11. Here's McCaw, and he goes in for the dunk.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
There's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive.
I don't even care, dude. That is